All right, I'm super excited to be doing this. Finally, we get to reopen the Athletes Garage. So in this presentation, I'm going to really, hopefully really quickly and to the point, go over the reopening plan for the Athletes Garage following the COVID shutdown. So in this quick presentation, I'm going to go over some of the policy changes, some of the safety precautions that we are going to be taking moving forward based upon the recommendations from the powers that be, as well as Android bodies specific regulations as well that they're imposing. We're going to go over some of the scheduling changes, some of the membership changes, and all that good stuff. And then at the end, there's going to be a link to a really quick survey just so I can gauge where everyone's at in terms of, do you want to make a membership change? What days of the week do you want to be coming in, et cetera, et cetera. So first and foremost, some of the policy changes. So we have always tried to cap sessions around 8 to 10. Sometimes, based upon guys' work schedules, things might get moved around. There might be 11 or 12 in a session, and we've just made it work in the past. For right now, we're going to have to cap session limit at 8, and that is a hard cap. And this is based upon the square footage of Android bodies and the recommendations from the health board. Basically, the way that they're doing it is everything has to be socially distanced. So they're taking the square footage of the gym and then dividing that by almost like a 6-foot radius. And then that's how they determine the number of people that are allowed in the space. And obviously myself as a coach has to be included in that. So based on the square footage of Android and the layout and everything, there's only allowed to be 9 people in there. So we have to have a hard cap at 8 athletes per session. So there's going to be no time changes unless approved greater than 24 hours beforehand. And that's simply just because I need to make sure that we are checking the boxes so that I don't get in trouble and we don't get shut down, and that we are following the rules that are being placed ahead of us. So 8 athletes per session. We're not allowed to change times. I get you guys have work schedules, so I will do my absolute best to work with you on that. And we'll find solutions as problems arise, because we know they will, but it has to be clearly communicated, and it has to be at least over 24 hours beforehand, just so I can make sure that we're doing everything by the book. Okay, and with that note of being by the book, it might seem silly because you're going to have to walk into the gym with a mask on and sanitize your hand and clean your phone. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. But it might seem silly to wear the mask in the gym, but basically you're going to have to wear your mask into the gym. You're going to sanitize your hand. You're going to clean your phone. You're going to go to your station. Okay, everyone's going to have their own rack, their own station. You're going to have your own equipment set up there. And we're not allowed to share equipment. While you're working out, you can take your mask off. Okay, so that is part of this whole equation. The powers that be have said you do not have to actually exercise with a mask on, but when you enter the gym and as you're commuting to your station, you are to be wearing a mask. Okay, like I said, we're not going to be sharing equipment. Your warm-up will be done in your station. Your workout will be done in your station. Okay. In terms of dumbbells, kettlebells, bands, etc., I'll be perfectly cleaned as well. I'll be sanitized, all that good stuff. I will grab whatever accessories you need and bring it to your station for you. And obviously, we know that for the athletes, we know that there's limited weights, but we'll just make it work. So I might have to give someone the 50s and someone the 40s. And just say, hey, if you're doing the 40s, just bang out a few extra reps, just because you can't go maybe as heavy as you wanted because someone else is using the 50s, and that's okay. And I'll help you work through that, and we'll make the best of this scenario. Okay. So like I said, you're going to stay in your station pretty much for the duration of your workout and you're not going to share any equipment, yada, yada, yada. But before you leave, you're going to do a complete sanitation of your station before. Okay. I'm going to go actually to Android today and just do a little video. So I'll send that out today as well. But there's all the cleaning supplies that you're going to need at your station to clean every piece of equipment that you've used before we put it back. Okay. One of Android's kind of policies that they've put in is they're not doing like the pen and paper folders, that kind of stuff anymore. So the pens are gone. And I think that's probably a good idea because you never know who's touching the pens and all that sorts of stuff. So we're going to do no more printed programs, no more folders, no more pens, none of that. Okay. And everyone's going to be moving on to the True Coach app. So I would say, based on the amount of guys that I have signed up at TAG right now, I would say over 80% of you guys were already on True Coach. So this isn't going to be a huge shift. There's just going to be maybe 5 to 10 guys that are going to have to make that shift. So True Coach is an app that you can get on your phone. You can actually download the app on your iPhone, or you can use it through browser if you have an Android. But basically, your workout is going to be on there, and you'll have 24/7 access to me for messaging. So say if you're a 1 time a week, and we'll get into the membership stuff here in a second, but if you're a 1 time or 2 time a week person and you want some home workouts, I'll program that, throw it into your True Coach as well, and I can put in exercise demonstrations, videos, etc. You can have access to me in terms of messaging if you have questions. And eventually we'll start to actually track some metrics and progress over time. So it does allow some flexibility in terms of whatever your membership is, because now when you're not with me, you still have access to me in your pocket. Okay, and you can actually go in on the app and specifically enter exactly what type of equipment you have at home, and I will, based on your membership type, I will customize workouts for you to do when you're not with us at the gym. Okay, so everyone is being moved to True Coach, and we are not doing printed programs, folders, pens. We're not doing any of that jazz anymore. We're going to do True Coach, and that is why when you come in, you're going to be sanitizing your phone as well as your hands, because you will be using your phone throughout your workout. I've got the Wi-Fi and everything for Android ready to go for you guys, so that your data bills aren't going to go crazy through the roof. All right. We are going to be making some schedule changes. Okay. So previously I was Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays. Okay, but with the way things are going to change, and we're changing the capacity limits per session, I'm gonna go Sunday through Thursday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're gonna have sessions every night. Okay, and I'm doing that just so that we have a little bit more space to offer availability for you guys, and to offer some flexibility in terms of work schedules and everything. Okay. We are going to actually start our gym sessions later. Okay, so now instead of starting at 7:30, we're going to start at 8 p.m. Okay, and the reason why is Brody at Android has made some changes to his schedule, and he's now ending at 7. And a lot of the times when he ends at 7, he'll have some of his clients lingering in there until 7:30, 7:45. Okay, so I want to do my best to make sure that his clients have the time to get out of the gym and fully clean and sanitize the gym before we enter. Okay, so I'm just trying to do our part. So with that being said, we're going to start all our sessions in the gym Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. We are going to meet for on-field training every night at 7 p.m. Okay, so a session is going to look like meet on field at 7. Depending on the day of the week, we'll have a different focus for what we're doing on field. And then when that session is completed, we're going to head to the gym and start our weight training session for 8 o'clock. Okay. If anyone has any questions, obviously we'll discuss this stuff in further detail going forward, but these are the changes that we're making. One, to get on the field more. As I talked to some of the parents and the athletes, this is the first summer that we've had training, but not with sport, right? Most of the time we're doing in-season training right now. So we kind of minimize the amount of on-field stuff that we're doing, because the guys are already on the field 3 to 4 times a week through football practice and games. Okay. But we have an opportunity now to do a little bit extra on field, get some better results, and and kind of design a more robust training program throughout the summer months and the fall, because we're not actually going to be playing sports. Does it suck that we're not playing sports? Of course it does, but let's make the best of this situation. Let's adapt our training to make sure that we're putting ourselves in the best positions to move forward. Okay, so 7 p.m. on field every night from Sunday to Thursday, followed by gym sessions at 8 p.m. Okay, so like I said, I've made some changes, and I don't expect everyone to kind of follow along with this 100%, but I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to structure the week. And then we'll talk about some of the little things that will tweak this to make it make more sense for everybody else. Okay, so if you see Sunday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, those are our lower intensity days. So we're going to be taking more of a conditioning focus on those days when we're on the field. And then we're going to be taking upper body focus when we get to the gym. Okay, so again, you don't need to worry about high, low, blah, blah, blah. These are all the words that I use in my, I don't want to say, we'll say sciencey lingo. This is how I look at things, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is how I'm going to lay the week out. So Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays are going to be our lower intensity sessions. So that's conditioning, focus on the field, followed by upper body training in the gym. Our Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be our high intensity days, where we're going to be focusing on speed on the fields, as well as lower body training in the gym. Okay, and you don't need to worry about the acceleration, VMAX, quad hip. That's all my stuff. I'm just showing you guys a little sneak peek here of what things look like kind of on the back end for me. Okay, so obviously we're going to have to tweak this. So this is what the schedule would look like for someone who's going to sign up for unlimited. So if you're going to be coming every day of the week, Sunday through Thursday, this is how your week's going to be laid out. Now, if you're someone who's only coming twice a week and you can only come on Sundays and Tuesdays, I will modify the week individually for you to make sure that you're still getting the best possible training, right? Because if you're just coming on the low intensity days, you're not going to get the full benefit of the training programs that I'm putting together. So I will tweak that on individual basis to make it make the most sense for you, to make sure that you're getting the best results and I'm putting the best training program together for you. And by having the TrueCoach app, it actually makes it a lot simpler to do this, because now it's just a few clicks and I can move things around really, really simple. So this is like I said, this is how the week will be laid out for people that are unlimited. And then depending on your membership type, it'll be some iteration of this. Okay, if you look on Fridays, it says soft tissue recovery. It's a low intensity day. I'm going to start posting a kind of like a follow along video in the private group, where we're going to be focusing on some of the soft tissue recovery, mobility, that kind of stuff. It'll be about a 20-minute video of follow along exercises that guys can do at home. And I'll be posting those every Friday on the online group. In addition to that, I'm going to be grabbing, and some of the athletes have been already benefited from this. When we're on the field, I'm going to be grabbing lots of video, and we'll be coaching through the session as well. But every week, I'm going to take some of those videos, I'm going to break them down and put together kind of like a technique breakdown and an additional coaching resource, and post that in the private group on Fridays as well. Okay, so there's going to be no sessions on Fridays, but there's still going to be stuff to do, whether that's the low intensity mobility soft tissue session that you can follow along with at home, or watching the coaching breakdown videos that I post in the private group as well. Okay. So all of this, there is going to be some membership changes, obviously, by switching everyone to TrueCoach. That is going to I'm going to incur some more costs on my end. So I kind of had to tweak with the pricing as well to accommodate that. I used to offer what I called 1 time a week sessions, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm calling that one Online Plus. Okay, so Online Plus is you're going to get a fully customized training program through TrueCoach and 1 weekly session. Okay, so that's kind of like your touch point with me to see how things are going, and to get 1 session coached by me, but the rest is on your own. You're still going to have a fully robust training program. You're going to have up to 4 or 5 days a week of training through the TrueCoach app, whichever you think is best for you in your scenario. But That's our 1 time a week option is online plus. If you're an online plus, you're also, in addition to your 1 session with me a week, you're going to get an additional weekly check-in. Okay, 2 times a week, same thing. You're going to be on True Coach. You can get your programming, whatever, but it's 2 sessions with me per week. Okay, and you can see the prices are listed there. Okay, 3 times per week, same idea. If you want to do some extra workouts on your own at home, I can upload those on your True Coach app and fully customize those to whatever kind of equipment you have at home or whatever your schedule looks like. All right. And then the final one is unlimited. So unlimited, you can be 4 or 5 times a week. If you want to sign up for unlimited, you can come Sunday through Thursday. You can hit up every session. And if you still want some additional programming for, say, Friday or Saturday in the unlimited option, then we can have that discussion as well. But these are the changes that I'm making based on the current situation that we have right now. Okay. So here's a link. And I don't know if it'll actually let you. Hopefully it will. But here's a link to a form that's just asking you name, what membership option do you want to choose, and then what days of the week you're going to come. Okay. So the goal here, guys, I know it's a really short timeline. I know it sucks because I was gone away at the cottage last week and I didn't have any service and I couldn't get anything done. But I want you guys to fill this form out as fast as possible because the goal is I want to be back in the gym ready to rock for Monday in some capacity. Whether that's full force yet, I don't know, but I want you guys to fill this form out as fast as you can so that we can make moves and get things rolling. Okay, if you have any questions, guys, let me know. And finally, if you choose that you're not going to return to the Athletes Garage for training, I need you to email me as soon as possible so that we can sort all the details out on that side.